For years, I did exactly what I was told. I starved myself to get lean, I ate less, I ran for hours, and I ended up a depleted zombie. I was weak, I was hungry all the time, and I still didn't have the strong, lean body I wanted. The common advice, that no pain, no gain philosophy, it just made things worse. It wasn't until I stumbled upon a simple mindset shift that changed everything. A shift that let me eat more food, train less, and finally build the body I was working so hard for. And the crazy part is, it was much simpler than I ever imagined. Hi, my name is Boris Kish. I'm an IBB license coach, professional nutritionist, and a super heavyweight bodybuilding competitor in the over 100 kilo category, which is over 220 pounds on stage. I'm 6'4" tall, which is 193 centimeters. Welcome to my channel. So I'm going to explain you in this video actually how can you grow, yes, put muscles in the deficit, you know, and what kind of cardio should you actually do. I mean, this is on my thumbnail. I never do the clickbaits. So let's just start, you know, with how to build muscle in the deficit. And you have to understand the diet is not starvation. I always was really hungry when I was starting my diet, especially in the past, especially when I did my first contest when I was like 19 years old, I think, or 20. Please don't get me wrong if I'm 42, if I don't remember this correctly. I think it was 19, you know. So what I did, what I did actually that was too complicated until I realized that it's actually very simple. So I thought, first of all, when you're dieting, that there is no way that you can put muscle, you know. So I was focusing on cutting down the calories, doing shitload of cardio, doing training that was more aerobic. When I say more aerobic, I thought, you know, I learned that muscle building phase is over and there is no way that I can put more muscle, right? And what actually happened is that I looked zombified. I mean, first of all, you have to understand, I mean, if you are, how can I tell you, you know, if you are dieting, there is actually way how to put muscle. Just think about this way, you know, for example, it might happen that you were eating before you started your diet, let's say 5,000-6,000 calories daily. So plus minus, I don't know how much can you eat when you're junking. I can eat a lot, right? And in those calories, there were maybe 100 grams of protein altogether and shitload of sugar and shitload of bad fats, right? And, you know, again, the mistake and what is actually very simple is that how to put muscles in the deficit. I mean, let's say that you're taking 2,500 calories roughly, that I'm always suggesting. Let's say 300 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. If you're enhanced, if you're not, I would suggest 200 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat. And if you're really training like your life depends on it, do you understand? So with this protein surplus, you can put muscles in the deficit. And honestly, you know, of course, I'm not natural. I wasn't natural back then. Right now, I'm on some light testosterone cycle. It's not really a TRT. It's like a HRT, something like a light blast. How can I say? Only with testosterone. And when I wanted, you know, to put some muscles that I lost last year, you know, of course, I increased the protein to 5 grams per kilogram because I'm like 132, 33 kilos plus minus in the morning. And, you know, I was not taking more than, for example, for my size, 3,000 calories per day, you know, with around 200 grams of carbs and 50 grams of fat, because my body ate that, you know, absorbed that, because I have a lot of muscles, you know, as a sponge, and I was actually able to put muscles in a deficit. Do you understand? Because the protein was too high and, you know, I was not hungry, I was not starving, I was training with progressive overload every training. Do you understand? All the way until the technical failure, I was doing cardio normally and, you know, I was doing the body recomposition. I would also like to tell you, you know, for example, for my last contest when I was preparing, don't want to lie to you, you know, so hopefully I don't mess up the numbers. You know, I started with, oh, I was like 110 kilos on some, you know, bridging cycle that was not a lot, you know, and I had a lot of fat. I had shitload of fat. I lost a lot of muscles and I wasn't training properly. The life was, you know, going on. I had different things that I had to achieve in life. That is kind of an excuse, not proper reason for, sorry, not training properly, but it just happened. So I started with 110 kgs. When I finished the diet, I was 109 kgs and I was contest ready. Do you understand? Because I was losing fat and burning muscles at the same time. You know, I increased the protein, I decreased the energetics, fats and carbs, training like a maniac. You know, the cycle was nothing special. It was pretty simple. I don't want to talk about this right now. I never lied that I'm a natural, but you know, if some kid is watching this, I don't want that somebody copies this and thinks this is the, you know, key to success, because it's really nothing. The less is better when it's up to that, but this is not the topic, you know. So just think about it. Let me give you the metaphor, how to understand this properly, or some comparison. Think, for example, if you, let's say, want to go to the road trip. If you can go from where you live to the vacation somewhere on the seashore or on the sea, I don't know if it's far away from you, just think, then you want to visit some relatives of yours, okay? And you go there with the car, with your wife, with your children, and do you understand, you want to spend how can I say, you don't want to spend as less as possible. For example, when it comes to putting diesel or petrol, gasoline, I think it's benzene in my language, in your car. Do you understand? You want to be sure that the tank is full, that you can refill it when it's needed, that you have some healthy sandwiches. Hopefully they're healthy. If you're watching my channel, then they have to be healthy sandwiches, right? For your family, a lot of fruits, fresh water, that the car had full maintenance. Do you understand? And then when you go to that road trip, let's say 1,000 kilometers, that you go there in half of the day, slowly but surely, maybe driving 130 kilometers per hour. Do you understand? I don't know how much is it in miles. Please don't mind me. And then you will go there on time and nothing will happen. You can have as much breaks as you can, and you can eat, you know, eat, drink. The children will be satisfied, wife and everything. And imagine if you just want to spare as much as possible, just going too much into the deficit, overdoing cardio, not training properly. This is like going with that same car, if you understand me, and you think, you know, you want to drive as slow as possible to save the petrol, you know, inside of your car. You don't want to buy any kind of sandwiches, water. You think you will go all the way, you will eat and drink when you achieve the destination, and you want to save as much as possible. And most likely what will happen after a few hours, the children will be angry, the wife will be pissed off, you will be fucked up, right? The car might be damaged, you know, and if you didn't repair it properly, you will, you know, park. If the car managed to go all the way until the first McDonald's that you see there, and you will spend all your money and eat junk. Do you understand? So it's really important that you do this properly, otherwise you will end up being completely messed up. Now, you know, when it comes to training and doing cardio, I would really like to tell you that I created 3 completely free training splits for you. Just join the link below, click it, and I will send them straight to your email. Number 2 is, you know, cardio. What kind of cardio do you do? And please write me that in the comment section. What kind of cardio do you do? Fast, slow, or do you do cardio at all? So, you know, cardio is something that I also overdid a lot. I don't know, shall I start this with metaphor as comparison, or immediately go on to the point, or tell you my mistakes? Let's start with my mistakes, so that you see that I'm not perfect, not better than you. I had to learn everything the hard way. I made every possible mistake that is out there. So, you know, when it's up to the cardio, I did on the empty stomach in the morning, 1 hour up to the hill, high intensity. Do you understand? And after the training 1 hour, and in the evening when I visited my friend that was actually my neighbor, he had a small gym in his, how can I say, building, and I was doing cardio also on the treadmill there for like 30 minutes, and I was non-stop exhausted, zombified, in a bad mood. Excuse me. I felt like a goddamn hamster, and I was just losing muscle more than fat. Do you understand? It was a huge mistake. Big mistake. So how to do cardio properly, and is it actually good or not? I mean, the only way how I would suggest to do cardio is 20 minutes after the training. Hit cardio, 1 minute fast, 1 minute slow, 1 minute fast, 1 minute slow. Therefore, the metabolism will be active in the fat burning mode for the next 24 hours. Otherwise, it's very boring, it's very exhausting, and honestly, I hate doing it, because, I did so much in my past that, I honestly try to manipulate always with the calories and with the high intensity training than with a lot of cardio. So, I mean, is cardio bad? No, it's actually amazing for your heart, for your libido, for your, how can I say, appetite. If you're put in a mass building mode, I mean that you don't have to be a competitive bodybuilder, but if you want to put some mass, if you do, cardio, it increases the appetite. It's healthy. But the best way, is to do it actually now. It's summer. Go to the swimming pool. You don't have to swim. Play there with your children, with your wife, with your girlfriend, with both if you have, and just do a lot of walking outside, enjoy it. Otherwise, it's counterproductive, because that inner cardio that is 1 hour is spending, it's activating cortisol, the stress hormone. Do you understand? So, I mean, how to explain this to you even better? Think about, muscles are engine of the car. The bigger they are, the more they will burn. Right? And cardio is like a nitro booster, like in the Fast and Furious. And imagine if you press nitro, bam, 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 every day, the car will be destroyed, even if it's brand new Ferrari, in less than a week. The same goes with the body. You will be burnt out and say, fuck everything, and then you will start eating, and the whole process go to hell. Or for example, coffee. So I stopped completely taking caffeine like 4 months ago, plus minus, and I feel much better. I had really horrible withdrawal in the first 2-3 weeks, but now it's better than with it. But if you have to drink, for example, caffeine or coffee, just drink, do you understand? Drink it early in the morning with L-theanine so that it stabilizes it. Do you understand? Imagine cardio as if you would take 5-6 coffees non-stop. This is if you do 1 hour, 2 hours every day. Do you understand? And at the end of the day, you will have burnout when you come home. You will grab a beer, pizza, weed, who knows what. Do you understand? And you won't be able to do anything, because you will crash from so much caffeine. The same is if you overdo cardio, So the best way, as I said, 20 minutes after the training, or somewhere outside, or do sexual activity with your wife. Do you understand? Especially if you're on TRT, then you don't have any excuses, and that's it, And of course, I would really like to ask you if this makes any sense to you, and if you like this content that is raw, real, unfiltered, uncut, unscripted, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will really appreciate it. But next, if you really want to get rid of those spoilers, love handles, click on this video right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you there.